Okay, so my name is Caroline and I work for Cluey. I tutor years 2 to 6 English and mathematics, and I also help with the NAPLAN preparation for English and mathematics. And I am one of the lead tutors as well. I have a Bachelor of Primary Education from the University of the Sunshine Coast, and I am currently studying my Masters of Education at the University of the Sunshine Coast, focusing on research and advanced educational studies. What drives me and motivates me with tutoring and teaching is basically just the kids. It's all about them, their aha moments, their those light bulbs that really makes them go, I've got it. I understand, I can do it. It's just those aha moments. They're my absolute favorite. And just having them feel success in their learning and that they can do it and that they are smart and they know how to do it. I tutor for Cluey because it was just such a brand new experience when I first started. I had never taught online before. It was such an interesting challenge that I thought, why not give it a go? Because I have taught in far north Queensland, in remote communities, I've taught overseas, and it was such an interesting thing to try of teaching online before it became such a worldwide thing now. And I just find that it helps me support them and challenge them in so many different ways. And I just love the flexibility of it because we can go at their pace, that if they don't get a concept within the first few minutes, we can really spend our time pulling it apart and dragging it on and making sure that they understand it, and having that flexibility of, if they don't get it the first time, right, we'll try it again. Um, what I find the most rewarding about Cluey is finding the kids' gaps and filling them and helping them feel important and that they have that success, and really giving them that support to take this into the classroom and to help them in ways that a lot of classroom teachers can't, because there's so many kids in the classroom. It's hard to get to every single one and fill every single child's gaps that needs to be filled, whereas at Cluey we can do that. We can spend the time pulling apart what the kids need to have, what the kids need to do, and where they need to work on, and really going back to the nitty-gritty in the beginning and those key foundations. What I bring to Cluey as myself is I'm an oddball. I am a weird person, and I will admit that. I am a child at heart. I often get told by my kids that I'm so weird, and I always say thank you. I know it. I'm a weirdo. And I think that every kid should know that learning is fun, and I try to make my kids laugh every single session. We always have so much fun. And I'm a weird person and I'm quirky. I understand that. So I try to bring that to all of my tutoring sessions and let the kids know it's okay to be weird. It is sometimes the most amazing thing you can bring to the world. And I'm just a weird person. The way I approach my sessions is I try to make them feel like they're in charge of their learning. I try to make them feel like, right, it is important what I want to learn about. I want to be better at this. That's okay, and I have someone that will listen to me with that. So I try to make them feel that it's about not getting it right or wrong. It's about just giving it a go. One of the things I like to say to my kids in our beginning session, which is the kickoff, is that I don't care if you make a mistake. And I know it sounds weird, but I love it when kids make mistakes, because that's showing that they're learning. And learning is all about making mistakes and trying again. Like when you fall off a bike, you get back up and go back on and keep going and keep pedaling to learn how to ride a bike. So to me, it's all about letting them know that they've just got to give it a go, and don't worry about the ticks or the crosses, just worry about attempting it. The way I like to motivate students who are reluctant is trying to connect it to something that they love. If they're doing a writing task and they really don't like to write, getting them to write about something that they enjoy. And more often than not, it's something that I don't know a lot about. So it's good because they can teach me and they get to sort of teach the teacher in a way, and make sure that they are finding a connection to real life. So a lot of the times, and I felt like this as a high school student as well, is how will this help me when I get older? Why would I bother learning this? What is it going to do for me in my life? So I try to do that as well and say to them, oh, do you guys do this? Or do you go shopping with mum or dad? Or trying to relate it to things that they do and they enjoy to get them to make those real life connections as well. The most memorable moment I've had with a kid, had with a student, I had this one student and she was in year 5 when she came to me, and in our very first session we were talking about how I had her for mathematics, and we were talking about how she felt like she was stupid in maths and her teacher made her feel like she couldn't do maths and that she was never going to go anywhere with maths, she was never going to do well, and that she was stupid, she just didn't understand anything. And she understood a lot more than she thought she did. And we talked about what she wanted to do, what she wanted to get out of maths and what she wanted to gain. And in the end, we talked about how she wanted to feel like she was smart in maths, that she could have the confidence to raise her hand and answer the question, and that she would get it right. And every maths lesson, I tried to make sure that she felt a tiny little bit of success, even if it was, I got this one step correct. Everything else is wrong, but one step is right. And at the end of the year, she stopped tutoring, and in our final session, it was so sweet. She was so sad, and she'd actually taken her mum's eyeliner and written thank you all over her face. And we cried at the end. It was so beautiful. She was saying, thank you so much. You've made me feel confident in a way that she didn't know how. She didn't know she could feel confident in maths. She got to do things that she never thought were possible. And every session was a joy with her. And I did like the thank you written all over her face in eyeliner. I thought that was quite cute. But she definitely really made an impact because at the beginning, she felt like she couldn't do it. And she was, stupid in maths, which no kid is. They can all do something, even if it's a tiny little thing. So she was really a really important student to me, and she was really special. Yeah.
Thank you, Caroline. That's a great story. What are you thinking?
Oh my gosh, I was like, oh my gosh, Caroline, you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, and your story about the weirdness. My daughter once called my son, or his brother weird, and his response was exactly the same. Was, oh, thank you.
Yeah, I get it all the time. My family is just like, Caroline, you're so weird.